So you must be aware, that is, what all attempts of you to nurture your child is negative, are negative. You must know that. Not all parents are aware that some of their behavior, some of their way of communicating with the child, discipline practices are making negative impact actually on the child. Yes, you must be aware of it in order to eliminate those negative nurturing patterns or negative nurturing ways of your child from your parenting style or parenting practices. For example, if you are having some inappropriate expectations about your children's future or present behavior, your expectations are inappropriate. There is a possibility for your parenting style to bear with negative qualities. Negativity should be there in the parenting practices. And if you don't know how to respond to the children's needs empathetically, there are various kinds of responding to the needs of the children, but there is one response. Right response is when you are responding empathetically. You must learn what is the empathy, parenting, empathy in parenting. It takes a lot time to within this framework. I can't enter into it because it needs wider level of explanation. So empathetic response, if it is not there, there is possibility of negativity in parenting practices. And if you resort to punishments as a part of disciplining the child, there are there are possibilities for negative nurturing and oppressing the child. So you must be curious to know, you must be ready to evaluate your own practices, parenting practices, whether there is any negative pattern is there. And also, many parents, almost all parents, think that, especially in Indian scenario or collectivistic culture, in the countries where collectivism is the norm, interdependence and obligations as the norm of family life, most of the parents think that their prime duty and only duty is to nurture their children and other family members and husband. In the process, they forget to nurture their own self, nurture myself. But you must know that caregivers that nurture themselves as men or women are better equipped to nurture others. It is a fact that is only if you nurture yourself, you can nurture others. You just think, is it a fact? Or just a common sense is enough to understand it. That is, you have some needs. You are a parent, but you will have some physical needs that you will be meeting properly. You might be taking food every day, but in addition to that, you will be having some intellectual need, social need for creativity will be there. And some emotional needs. As a person, you will be having some emotional need, and spiritual needs, even spiritual needs are there. And for the sake of parenting your child, you repudiate or you just neglect these needs of yourself. You are not going to have enough resources, or you will not be capable of building up enough strength and resource in yourself in order to help or nurture your child. That is, all these needs as a parent must be met in yourself. Then only you will be capable of or able enough to nurture your child. Because parenting is a 24 hours duty. It is a full-time job. It is not a simple task. There is no formal training. For all roles, there is formal training actually, but there is no formal training. So every day, a parent is a learner. There is nobody to give a special training to her. She has to learn by herself what is a good parenting practice in order to know it. He has to constantly learn, and for that energy, time, and emotional readiness is needed. No vocation or breaks as a role when you are in a role in the role of a parent, and no method solves it all. There is no ready-made solution for a particular parenting context or situation. One method solves it all. This will not happen. Every time parent has to be flexible, or to experiment with the situations and come out with new solutions. It is highly creative, high levels of energy is needed, intellectual, emotional energy is needed, all is needed. So you must take care to nurture yourself intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and creativity, need for creativity. All human needs, both psychological and physical needs as a whole human being, must be met within yourself at first as a parent, because there is no preparation. So there are many styles. Now we enter into another phase of this presentation. Of course, there are so many styles of parenting: authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and science has discovered so many parenting styles actually. But the fundamental question is, even if you attend so many classes and come to know about so many styles, the fundamental question is, how can I be a successful parent? The simple answer for it is, change at each stage of development of your child. This is the most essential thing. Adapt to your parenting. Means provide opportunities for the child. When for example, when your child reaches adolescence, provide him opportunities to make choices. And you start observing his internet activities. That means at each phase of development, be ready to adapt your parenting. Be a flexible parent and encourage independent thinking and respect the child's ideas. That is, allow him to be autonomous individual, autonomous human being, and validate feelings of the child. Let the child know that you acknowledged, or you saw, or you saw the feelings of your child. Let him know that my parent, my mother knew that I am sad. My mother knew that I am angry. That is, express unconditional love and avoid withdrawing love as a part of disciplining the child. It will make far-reaching consequences in the mental health of your child. Studies have proven it. So take care. Never withdraw love from your child as a part of disciplining. Many parents do that, and it is a serious flaw in parenting practices. Avoid guilt making to control. Some parents induce a sense of guilt in their child as a part of disciplining, as a part of controlling them. No, never. And avoid invalidating feelings. That is, never neglect his feelings, or never reject. Feeling of rejection should not be there. His feelings must be respected at any cost. Never invalidate it.